Anthony Gordon. Burst of speed from him, and Rice has found a way through. Early goal threatened, early England goal delivered. Declan Rice giving Thomas Tuchel's team just the sort of start to the contest. And it was all about this burst from Anthony Gordon, away from Johnson. And Declan Rice was the player he spotted in the ideal position to benefit from his industry. Didn't need to be the cleanest hit of Declan Rice's career. Little bit of a deflection, taking the ball beyond the reach of Patrick Sequeira. One of the recent arrivals to link up with the England squad. First choice 11, only time will tell. Nico O'Reilly for Gordon. And it's off Sequeira and behind. Anthony Gordon has already created one goal and came close to finding, potentially with some help from the goalkeeper. I want to pull it back to this time. Instead. A bit of frustration from an England point of view that having to delay the set piece. Aaron Salazar is the player charged with dealing with Harry Kane. Rice has gone deep in the corner. Kane is there. And Costa had an opportunity to apply the finishing touch. And now Kane has been penalised for fouling Jalen Mitchell. Big booming corner, wasn't it? Kane peeled into space. And with Declan Rice in the team, England will consider set pieces to be a very useful weapon to them at the World Cup. In from Rice. To the zone that Kane was occupying. Sequeira does really well above the England number 9. Riley. Gordon was on the move and he was too quick. Yellow card, Sean Johnson, who's so far found the step up to football a little bit trickier than he might have hoped. He's up against a rapid and determined opponent. And from Rice, flicked on by Kane! Fingertips from Sequeira to keep it at 1-0. Just a glance was all it needed from Harry Kane, and he thought that was destined for just inside the post. It may well have been, but for the outstretched glove of Patrick Sequeira. James. Held up nicely for Madueke. Anderson for Reece James. Returns the pass. Elliot Anderson. Noni Madueke. Sequeira reacts well. It was bouncing and moving in front of him. England threaten again. But for the Costa Rica goalkeeper would be further ahead. Stones. O'Reilly. Rice. Helping it on brilliantly for Gordon, who was fouled just outside the penalty area by Jalen Mitchell. There's a delightful touch in here from Declan Rice, great vision. Declan Rice for England. It was a shot rather than a cross. And it wasn't particularly close to adding to his earlier goal.
When he had the ball at his feet, certainly Alcacer recognised that it was an opportunity to put some pressure on the England goalkeeper. But Bellingham has threaded it beautifully for Madueke, who is in! And has somehow failed to make it 2-0. It's a horrible miss at the end of a really ruthless attack that should have seen England extend their lead. He's done the hard bit, outmanoeuvred Sequeira. The goal was vacant, but Madueke could find only the foot of the post. There's definitely a foul by Manfred Ugalde, who was really lively and instinctive against Colombia last week. Whenever he got on the ball, he was a menace, but it's been a frustrating game for him so far because he has very, very rarely been on the ball. So a caution for someone on the Costa Rica bench. Stones. O'Reilly. Gordon assumed there was somebody in white immediately behind him. Who just raised there? Carlos Mora. Yellow card. Don't think there was any intent to hurt Elliot Anderson, but way of dealing with him. Kane in towards Gordon, who very nearly escaped the shackles, and then he was fouled, and England have a penalty. Well, no sooner had Costa Rica seems to have come to terms with the threat of Anthony Gordon than he comes alive again. Wonderful vision initially from Harry Kane to spot Gordon, who then got to the loose ball ahead of Sean Johnson, who in his determination to stay close to his opponent had a chance to take responsibility, because Katia Koroleva has been offered an opportunity to have another look at this. The referee's immediate verdict was that this was a foul from behind by Sean Johnson. And the referee has waved away the England penalty. A reprieve for Sean Johnson and Chiesa. Anderson. Eza. O'Reilly. Bellingham. Fleet of foot. And Chiesa. Well, it deserved a goal, didn't it, for the skill and endeavour. How about this? Dancing through the defence. There's a taking aim. Now, did that strike the elbow? Wide off a Costa Rica player. Poke of the elbow from Darryl. Well, they thought they had a penalty late on in the first half that was overturned with the input of VAR. This time the check is very quickly completed, and it will be an England spot kick. And an opportunity for Anthony Gordon, who has contributed as much as anybody so far in England colours today, to make it 2-0. Anthony Gordon for England, dispatched quite brilliantly. A wonderful penalty to extend England's advantage. That's how you take them. And the first job for the substitute goalkeeper is to retrieve the ball, having been beaten.
off the elbow of Daryl Araya, and the resulting spot kick could not have been placed any better. Brilliant from Anthony Gordon, his third England goal. And the scoreline now is a much fairer reflection of just how dominant England have been. England now 2-0 up. Further alterations can be made. Kobbie Mainoo is on. Watkins. It's going to be an England free kick conceded by Araya with his challenge on Saka. The yellow card is out again, and it's all got a little bit disjointed, and it's Christopher Nunez, the latest to be cautioned. Eza, oh, that's brilliant. What a pass. Steered wide of the target. Morgan Rogers, certain to become 3-0. And it's the second time in the game that an England player has passed up what looks to be a straightforward opportunity to score. Madueke in the first half. Eza with the free kick. Byrne was trying to strong-arm himself into the more favourable position. Well, Costa Rica haven't got anything like as many players to call upon as England have, but they're going to make further changes now. John Ruiz is coming on, as is Orlando Sinclair, who did so last week against Colombia. And Dorian Rodriguez is going to make his international debut. He has been added to the Costa Rica squad since last week's game in Bogota. Good work this. Rogers in behind and away by Mitchell. Rashford with a chance to show what he can do. Gets it back from Rogers. Rashford very nearly all the way through, still going. John Ruiz blocked the effort and then made sure the ball got cleared. Good urgency though from England. Rogers taking aim, and there's the third goal. Madrid initially with the save, but Ollie Watkins following up. And England get another chance to celebrate. That's what they came to see. And England are bouncing very nicely into the World Cup. Just kept the pressure on. Recognised that they were the more alert of the two teams. Rogers taking aim. Madrid down to make the save. But Ollie Watkins is a master of finding himself in exactly the right place at the right time. 7th England goal for Ollie Watkins.